What is a postpartum doula? Hi, my name is Morgan Hurst. I am a certified postpartum doula, a certified childbirth educator, a mom of four, and just a lover of all things babies, birth, pregnancy, labor, all of it. So you're likely pretty familiar with a birth doula. A birth doula would help a mom out while she's in labor and during her birth. A postpartum doula helps a mom during the postpartum season. What the postpartum doula does varies from person to person, and we will get into all of that. But mainly their job is to support mom and baby and the family as a whole in whatever capacity they might need. First, let's talk about who might want a postpartum doula. So this type of doula can be a great asset for any type of mom, anywhere from a first-time mom to a fifth-time mom, a mom who has plenty of support, a mom who has no support, even moms who have lost babies. Each and every mom's priority after delivery should be resting and getting to know their baby. For moms that have lost their babies, their priorities should be resting and just healing. And the postpartum doula comes in and she helps out the mom to be able to do what she's supposed to do. Now let's talk about what the postpartum doula actually does. Each one does things differently, so if you're interviewing a postpartum doula, be sure to ask what exactly she does. But here's a list. It's a big one, but it's not even comprehensive. It doesn't cover every single thing. But here's a list of what she might do. She might prepare meals. She might do housework, wash laundry, fold and put laundry away, feed animals, give your baby a bath, wash bottles, prepare bottles, change diapers, clothe baby, provide breastfeeding support, refer mom to any resources that she might need. These resources can include a therapist to talk through any postpartum depression or anxiety, or perhaps an IBCLC if the doula herself can't provide enough breastfeeding support. The postpartum doula can also give advice, give mom a massage, prepare foot baths, sitz baths, any type of comfort measure for mom postpartum. Postpartum doulas as a whole are non-medical, so they're not diagnosing and they're not managing your health. Rather, they're just supporting mom and baby and family as a whole so that everybody can recoup and feel better and bond and just have this transition go as smoothly as possible. A lot of postpartum doulas provide care overnight, so they come to your house and they take care of everything during the night while you're sleeping, and this can kind of vary from doula to doula. You're probably going to hear my own baby in the background. She's 3.5 months old, almost 4 months old. She can come and she can be there overnight so that mom and dad can get some solid rest, and being able to have some solid rest can make a world of difference in especially those early days. But there's also a lot of postpartum doulas that will do their care during the day. And there's even some like myself who have families and have to kind of schedule their time around, like a husband's work schedule and taking care of their own children. So they might be providing only evening hours or even just weekend hours. If you're interviewing a postpartum doula, definitely ask what hours they offer their care for. Where can you find a postpartum doula? So there's a lot of different ways to find a postpartum doula. There are agencies, and you can just simply look up like postpartum doula agency plus like your area. But social media is also another great place to look. If you ask in local mom groups or even like on Instagram, Facebook, just simply look up postpartum doula and put in your area. Another great thing to do is to ask other moms with younger children if they're familiar with any postpartum doulas in the area. The length of care that a postpartum doula might provide also varies from woman to woman. There are some that will offer care the entire first year of your child's life, and that's a phenomenal resource. There's also others like myself when, I have 4 young children, and so I offer care for the first 6 weeks. And typically you'll find anywhere between 6 weeks to a year, but it varies. So be sure to ask about that. And also don't worry about trying to remember all of these questions. I'm going to have all of them in the description box below. Now, from what I've heard, postpartum doulas typically charge between $25 to $50 an hour. The way that they set their price really depends on their skill set, how long they've been a postpartum doula, and also where they live. If they're in an urban or like high metropolitan area, then their rates are probably going to be higher. If they're in a fairly rural area, then the rates tend to be a little bit lower. Now here's a few other things to consider before hiring a postpartum doula. Some of these might really matter to you and others not so much. Does this doula share the same values as I do? How much experience does this doula have with newborns? Do I feel comfortable having this doula in my home, especially when I am at my most vulnerable state? Does this doula understand the physiological needs of both mom and baby? Can we afford this doula, or is the investment worth it? As a mom of 4 and postpartum doula, I would say yes, the investment is worth it. But it's so important for you as the mom and as the dad to be able to answer these questions. Another question might be, is it important to me if the postpartum doula is certified or not? Hiring a postpartum doula can be a fairly intimidating experience, especially if you are a brand new mom and this is your first baby and you're just not sure what to expect with any aspect of the pregnancy and labor and birth and postpartum experiences. But please just know that the doulas are here to help. If you don't know what you're doing, that's why they're there. Their job is to ensure that your family gets a really good head start, adjusting as a new family of, say, 3 or 5 or 7, however many people are in your family. We as postpartum doulas want to see mom and baby bond. We want to see families thrive. We want families to say, wow, we didn't know that this postpartum could be so good. Let me know if you have any questions about postpartum doulas in the comments. Feel free to find me on Instagram @HurstHeldBirth, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.